We'll do that now.
Yo, they might flood me out. They might flood me out of Chile. They might flood me out of Chile.
Here. Let me just go to Halo Waypoint because I'm pretty certain that's where the blog is. News. Here. Let's see. This is like the main graphic. This is their Halo Infinite roadmap. No wonder. So this is one thing I will say. I feel like they knew exactly what would happen with a roadmap because this is a pretty bare bones roadmap. I feel like they knew the type of response that they might get, so they waited. I feel like they waited to get to this point. All right, so most of this we already know of. Catalyst and Breaker, Arena and BTB map. New game modes, solid. New game modes are great. Narrative events, whatever that means, May 3rd through the 16th, and then July through August. Not sure what this is supposed to mean. And then there's a Fracture event, which is its own separate thing from the narrative, event. So, I mean, I guess this is a little interesting. They're kind of leaving this up to, up in the air. Campaign network co-op, late August target. That's pretty much still 3 months out. Halfway into the season, hopefully. And then Battle Pass, standard. Campaign mission replay, 3 months out from the start. Forge open beta, September target. That's kind of okay. They did mention. I mean, it sucks. It really sucks that this season is 6 months long. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. Because it's like, oh, there still is going to be a beta in season 2, but it's like, man, that shouldn't even really be there. It's more like the feeling like the season should have been 3 months and then Forge should be coming out pretty soon after, but I guess we'll see. And then quality of life improvements. So, they called these like drop pods or something like that. I have to go back. Yeah. They said they're calling these like drop pods for monthly quality of life improvements. Like every month. And that's good, I guess. That should in theory be better than what we're getting now in season 1 or been getting in season 1. But it's just it's still just very little. It's still just very little, I feel like, in the grand scheme of things. So I'm just gonna kind of like skim through again because I already read most of this. They're just kind of talking about Forge here. They've been doing private flighting with Forge, and they want to get them out to the open public, which is standard, but still going to take 4 months after the launch of the new season. Continue to improve and ramp up. All of us are fully committed to making Halo Infinite the best Halo experience ever, which is they're always going to say something like that. Wasn't season 2 3 months long? No, they just. Well, here's the thing and why it sucks. They did say, oh yeah, season 1. Well, they never said that season 1 was going to be 6 months until the game dropped, and then it's like, oh, season 1's 6 months long. Oh. And they're like, yeah, but this season is only going to be 6 months long. And I think they actually verbatim had said something along the lines of, yeah, this will be just like the one-time thing. Seasons after this should be 3 months following after season 1. Obviously wrong. That is not the case. It's a bummer. They did recycle, yes, they did talk about, the priority 0. So quality of life is shorthand for bug fixes, new features and or content to address issues negatively impacting player experience. Don't really know what this means necessarily when they mean new features and content to address experience. But they're going to be delivering quality of life improvements as part of the season release and as separate updates during the season, which they said drop pods. And, narratively, they got their little quip about it. And our target is 1 drop pod every month. They can You can expect drop pods to vary in scope and size. As long as there's something to be fixed and things can be fixed on a monthly basis, or like there can just be improvements or somewhat subtle changes, I really want to know the scope and like what what this means. I want to know if this means more than just bug fixes every month. Like there's got to be something else more to it, you know. Each month, like I don't know, a weapon being swapped out here, shock rifle being changed in this way, or sniper being changed in that way, rocket blast radius being tuned, BR reticle or BR aim assist being tuned. It's like things like that. It's like I hope we see and hear more about that because there's so little discourse about anything like that. It's kind of concerning. I mean, aside from that, check out this picture. I mean, these cores look all right. Center one looks pretty solid. Kind of like this one. One's not too bad. All of them look kind of okay. None of them really stand out, I feel like, other than this one, to me, the most. Centerpiece, of course. Oh. At least in my opinion. But they all look all right. They all look all right. Not too bad. I mean, I can't deny, like, pretty much all the armor and aesthetics of the game looks pretty solid. Just need more things other than just cosmetics being changed and altered and have a lot of backing put into, you know? What are some tips for dealing with teams that pair up / breaking setups? Tips for dealing with teams that pair up / breaking setups. You pretty much just need to get information and learn how to out pair up people, if that makes sense. You gotta learn the numbers. Learn where to use the numbers. And just learn the proper important angles to clear out. Things like that. Not every person or player on the map is equal or as equal as each other. Sometimes some certain types of angles are much more important than others. I mean, aside from that, there really isn't too much else going into this. Seasonal storyline, game mode, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there's going to be a stream in 5 days at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. In summary, we are committed to delivering more content faster. We will accelerate while prioritizing team health. You can expect quality of life improvements during seasons via drop pods. Expect more regular roadmap updates as our plans snap into sharper focus. It's still just going to take 6 months to get into the most important season, I guess. So that's kind of all there really is to it, realistically. Not much else really to that, man.